Why, dear beloved brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The moon has been sighted. A magnificent blessed month has descended upon us. The month of Rajab. Angels are recording. Gates of mercy are being opened. Yet there is a silent mistake sweeping through the Ummah. A quiet tragedy. And most are completely unaware. What is this mistake? We see Rajab as just another month on the calendar. We let his days pass like any other. We hear it's sacred, we give it a nod, and we think Ramadan is coming later. And therein lies the silent error, the colossal oversight. Let me ask you a question that tugs at the very core of our existence. When you heard that the crescent of Rajab was sighted, what truly stirred within your heart? Was it a passing thought, a casual acknowledgement, or did it trigger a profound shift in your spiritual consciousness? I fear, my brothers and sisters, that for many of us, it was the former. We saw the notification on our phones, perhaps read a post on social media, and we mentally noted, Rajab, before returning our attention to the endless stream of worldly affairs. This right here is the silent, pervasive mistake that steals the blessings of months to come. We treat Rajab as a mere name, a label on a calendar, a distant signpost for an event that is still weeks away. We fail to hear the divine whisper it carries, the urgent and merciful signal from the Almighty Himself. Think about it. When you are expecting the most honored of guests, the one you love and revere above all others, do you wait until the moment you hear the knock at the door to begin your preparation? Do you rush to clean a house that has gathered months of dust, to prepare a meal with ingredients you haven't even shopped for, to arrange your mind and your home in a state of chaos and panic? No, you begin weeks in advance. You plan the menu with care. You clean every corner with devotion. You polish the silver, you arrange the flowers. Your heart begins to beat with anticipation long before the arrival. You live in a state of joyful preparation. So tell me, who is a more honored guest than the month of Ramadan, the month of the Quran, the month of divine mercy, forgiveness, and emancipation from the hellfire? And yet we so often leave the house of our hearts in disarray, cluttered with the distractions of this world, dusty with neglect, and we expect to fling the doors open on the first night of Ramadan and receive its blessings in full. This is not just an oversight, it is a profound misunderstanding of the divine wisdom and a disservice to our own souls. Allah, in His infinite wisdom and profound mercy, did not design our spiritual journey to be a series of jarring, abrupt shifts. He designed it with rhythm, with seasons, with a gradual ascent that strengthens the heart rather than shocks it. Rajab is that first gentle slope of the sacred mountain. It is the time when you lace up your boots, check your supplies, and take those first deliberate steps upward. If you arrive at the base of the mountain of Ramadan breathless, unprepared, and burdened with heavy baggage, the climb will feel arduous, exhausting, and you may not reach the peaks you are capable of. But if you use Rajab to shed unnecessary weight, the weight of bad habits, of neglected prayers, of a heart hardened by heedlessness, and you begin to build your spiritual stamina, then when Ramadan begins, you are not starting a climb, you are accelerating on a path you are already traversing. This is the secret embedded in the beautiful prophetic supplication we so often recite, but perhaps seldom contemplate. Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Shaban wa Balay na Ramadan. Oh Allah, bless us in Rajab and Shaban and allow us to reach Ramadan. Look at the order, my dear friends. The Prophet, the most wise of creation, did not simply ask to reach Ramadan. He asked for blessings in the 2 months preceding it. He understood that the quality of our Ramadan is directly forged in the furnace of Rajab and Shaban. The blessing of Rajab is the blessing of awakening. It is the spiritual alarm clock that rings, not with a harsh, jarring sound, but with a persistent, loving call, wake up, oh sleeper! The time to prepare for the greatest journey of your year is now. So what does this preparation look like in these early, tender days of Rajab? It begins not with a dramatic, unsustainable overhaul that leads to burnout, but with small, consistent acts of reconnection. It means that in the quiet of the night, after Isha, You spend just 5 minutes more than you usually do. You sit on your prayer mat, not out of ritual, but out of longing. You whisper, "Oh Allah, you have brought me to Rajab. My heart feels distant. My prayers have been rushed. My connection to you has been weak. Cleanse my heart for you. Prepare it for the guest you are sending." That single, sincere conversation is worth more than 1,000 mechanical rituals performed without presence. It means you approach the Quran not as a daunting textbook to be studied in Ramadan, but as a loving letter from your Lord to be read now. Dust off the cover, open it to any page. Read just a few verses slowly and ask yourself, what is Allah saying to me right here, right now? Let its words begin to soften the ground of your heart so that when you immerse in it in Ramadan, the seeds of guidance can take deep root. It means you look at your daily prayers. Are they your anchor or are they a checklist? In Rajab, choose one prayer, perhaps Fajr or Isha, and commit to praying it on time, with congregation if you can, with a few moments of heartfelt dua afterwards. Build one pillar strong and the rest will follow. And crucially, it means you begin the great cleansing of istighfar. Seek forgiveness abundantly. Every free moment, let the words astaghfirullah roll off your tongue. Remember, you are preparing to stand in the nights of Ramadan, to weep before your Lord. You wouldn't approach a king with stained clothes. How can we approach the King of Kings with hearts stained by sins we haven't even sought to clean? Rajab is your divine laundromat. Use it. Do not let this month slip by in silence. Let its every sunrise be a reminder the caravan of the righteous is departing. Have you packed? Are you ready? Let its every sunset be a reflection. What have I done today to make my heart a worthy host for Ramadan? This is not a time for pressure, but for joyful anticipation. This is not a burden, but the greatest mercy. Allah is giving you time. He is giving you a runway. So do not wait on the tarmac until the final call. Start your engines in Rajab. Taxi down the runway in Shaban, so that when the command comes for the blessed take off at the sighting of the Ramadan moon, you are already airborne, soaring towards the divine, leaving the clouds of heedlessness far below. May Allah accept our humble beginnings, bless us in this noble month of Rajab, and write us among those who truly prepare for and honor the magnificent guest of Ramadan. Ameen. My dear beloved brothers and sisters, let us reflect on this profound metaphor. Rajab is the season of planting. You cannot walk into an empty, untilled field in the month of harvest and expect to find ripe fruit hanging from barren branches. The harvest of Ramadan, the forgiveness, the answered supplications, the multiplied rewards, the liberation from the hellfire, is a direct result of what you plant today in the soil of your own heart. What seeds are you placing in the ground in these blessed days? Are they seeds of remembrance or seeds of neglect? Seeds of conscious obedience or seeds of passive routine? Consider the state of the soil itself. If you have left it unattended since last Ramadan, it has become hardened. The worldly winds have eroded its softness. The weeds of sin, of gossip, of resentment, of heedless scrolling, of chasing after the fleeting pleasures of this temporary life have grown wild and strong. They have choked the delicate sprouts of Iman that once struggled to grow. Rajab is your time, your divinely appointed time to take up the spiritual tools and tend to this inner garden. It is time to break up the hardened clods of your heart with the hoe of sincere repentance. It is time to pull out, one by one, those thorny weeds of bad habits you have been tolerating. This is not dramatic public work. It is silent, private, and deeply personal. It is you, alone with your Lord, in the quiet of the night or the solitude of the early morning, saying, enough. This weed must go. This hardness must be softened. This tilling is not punishment, it is the highest form of divine care. Allah wants your garden to be beautiful. He wants it to yield a harvest that will sustain you for the entire year to come. But He will not force the seed into unyielding earth. He has given you the month of Rajab as a grace period, a time of preparation where His mercy rains down to help you soften what has become rigid. Every astaghfirullah is a drop of that merciful rain. Every extra rak'ah you pray in the depths of the night is a turning of the soil. Every moment you restrain your tongue from backbiting, your eyes from what is forbidden, your heart from envy, you are clearing a space for something magnificent to grow. And what is it we are planting? We are planting the intention. In Rajab, the most powerful seed you can sow is a pure, sincere intention in the depths of your heart. Oh Allah, I want this Ramadan to be different. I want to meet it as your sincere servant. I want to come out of it forgiven, purified, and closer to you than I have ever been. That intention, nurtured daily, is like planting a seed and then watering it with hope and dua. It may seem invisible now, buried beneath the surface, but it is alive. It is the blueprint for your entire spiritual journey over the coming months. Without this conscious intention, your actions in Ramadan risk becoming mere motion, a series of hungry days and sleepy nights without a soul. We must also plant the seeds of good deeds now, so they begin their growth cycle. Do not say, I will give charity in Ramadan. Give a small, sincere charity now in Rajab and let it grow in blessing and momentum. Do not say, I will mend my family ties when Ramadan comes. Pick up the phone now. Send that message of peace now. Uproot the weed of discord so the flower of unity can have space. Do not say, I will pray tahajjud in the last 10 nights. Begin tonight with 2 rak'ah, even if you are struggling to keep your eyes open. Teach your soul the language of the night vigil now, so that when the most precious nights in human history arrive, your soul is fluent and eager, not stuttering and foreign. This is the prophetic wisdom. The companions, may Allah be pleased with them, did not wait. When Rajab entered, they would increase their supplication, knowing they were asking Allah to bless them in the very foundation of their spiritual year. They understood that a blessed foundation leads to a blessed structure. A building erected on shaky, unprepared ground cannot stand firm against the storms. The spiritual storms of distraction, of weariness, of whispers from Shaitan are fierce during Ramadan. If your foundation of preparation, laid in Rajab and Shaban, is weak, you may find your resolve crumbling when tested. But if you have used these months to build a fortress of good habits, to establish a rhythm of worship, to strengthen your connection to the Quran, then when the tests come, you will stand firm within walls of faith you have already constructed. So, my dear brothers and sisters, walk into the field of your heart today. Look at its condition with honesty, but also with hope. Do not be disheartened by the weeds or the hardness. Be grateful that Allah has shown it to you now, while there is still time. The planting season has begun. The divine mercy is falling as gentle rain. What will you plant in this sacred ground? Will you plant the seeds of later? Of, I will start when Ramadan comes, which often yield a harvest of regret. Or will you plant right now the seeds of today I begin? Today I soften my heart. Today I seek forgiveness. Today I reconnect. The choice you make in the silent moments of Rajab will echo loudly in the triumphant moments of Ramadan. Choose to be a wise farmer of your own soul. Invest in its cultivation now and trust in the promise of Allah for a harvest beyond your imagination, a harvest of peace, of purity, of divine proximity that will be your provision for this life and the next.